Hey guys, and welcome to my first 2-month review on the Onnit product. I believe it's Onnit. It's Onnit Academy or Onnit? Yeah, it's Onnit. You'd think I would know, but this is my first review. I've been taking Alpha Brain. I'm talking about Alpha Brain by Onnit, the nootropic. I've been taking it for about 2 months, a little more than 2 months. This is what it looks like. Hopefully the camera focuses on that. But I thought I would just give a quick little description as to what my experiences were like, especially because most of the reviews that I see on YouTube have to do with more, they're not geared towards like a musician audience, and I am an active guitarist here in the Los Angeles area in Southern California. So I'm just gonna give a quick little review, kind of geared towards musicians. Now, what is Alpha Brain if you didn't know? Let me show you the capsule one more time. This is Alpha Brain. And, I'm sorry, maybe this one's a little better. But essentially what it is, it's a nootropic produced by the company Onnit. And a nootropic is anything that is supposed to enhance cognitive function. That's a huge taboo term, I get it, but what's cognitive function? Well, Onnit is describing it as memory and focus. Now, I did look up some of the ingredients, but I don't want to be the guy that kind of reviews them because there's so many, there's much more qualified people on YouTube to do that for me, so I'm not really gonna go there with this one. Basically, my aim is to explain to musicians why you shouldn't purchase Alpha Brain or try Alpha Brain. I think I'll start with the pros, because good things first, right? The pros are that I actually did feel a difference when I was taking Alpha Brain. You really do feel a difference, and what do I mean by that? It's slight variances, meaning that, how would I describe it? Look, I felt it the most about the third or fourth time I tried it, when I was reading a chart at rehearsals that I had never read before. And this was after being on the 5. If you're not from LA, the 5 is jacked up freeway here in LA. And I was stuck on the 5 for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, just to go I think it was like 6 miles from where I was. So it's LA traffic, man. And so you're seeing her surprise us with a new chart, put the chart in front of us, and I'm not saying I read it better because I took Alpha Brain. I'm simply saying that I was able to, I felt my heart rate still, it wasn't racing. My breathing was great. My focus was on point. I didn't even have a coffee. I didn't even have a coffee. So I think that's it tells you right there what kind of Alpha Brain does. And I don't want them to come off as caffeine pills, but it is an artificial boost to overall cognitive function. I don't want to say memory and focus because I think it affects more than that. Another big reason why you should possibly look into Alpha Brain, once again, this is what it looks like, I have it right here, is the fact that you feel it on the first dose. Some nootropics have been known to, it's like an overall, it's a cumulative thing. You have to take it for, X amount of time before you start actually seeing the small benefits. Another huge thing to mention that is a big pro would be the simple fact that people tend to get lucid dreams with Alpha Brain. I don't know which one of the supplements, not supplements, but the active ingredients in the supplement actually induces lucid dreams, but it seems to happen all across the board. Could be something cool for you to experience. I'm not talking about you're not gonna fly in your dreams or crazy shit like that. I'm not saying you can't, but I certainly haven't. But what I have noticed is an increase of memory for my dreams. Like, I remember them so much better. They're so much more vivid, colorful. You know, I think overall, I think it is worth it. You know, let's review the cons though, because there are some. You know, the first one right away, right off the bat, it's expensive. It's like $32.99, $31.99 on Amazon, and like $30 on the official Onnit website. Well, $30 for 30 capsules, and then they have a 90 capsule one, which is like $70, I think. Could be wrong. I buy the 30 count. And if you buy the 30 count, you start realizing like it's $1 a pill pretty much, or $1 a capsule, which is crazy expensive. And then furthermore, you flip it on the back, and it says right here like suggested serving size, or serving size is 2 capsules. So really, there's only 15 doses per capsule, or not capsule, per bottle, right? So that's kind of ridiculous. You're paying 30 plus for 15 servings. It's pretty bad. You can find the active ingredients, all except like one, I think, which is like called cat's claw, which I think on it has like patented, or they have, I don't think they patented cat's claw, but they patented a way of getting it inside the supplement, or there's something patented with cat's claw. But you can find all the other active ingredients in bulk that will last you a whole lot longer for a whole lot less of a price. You definitely can do that, and even people that take Alpha Brain or have recommended Alpha Brain to me have encouraged that fact. In fact, Rogan himself, which is how I found out about Alpha Brain, even, you know, he tells his customers, Rogan, the Joe Rogan podcast, if you haven't heard of it, check it out. Shout out to Joe Rogan. He'll tell his customers, fan base, people that listen to the podcast, listeners, he'll tell them that, you know, find this stuff, source it yourself, and, you know, make it yourself. Nothing's stopping you. You know, see what you like from Alpha Brain and try and recreate it yourself at a much cheaper price. Essentially what you're paying for with Alpha Brain is you're paying for the convenience of someone to go out, find all of them, source them, make sure that everything is safe and in the right levels, put them in a capsule, package it nicely, and give it to you with clinical studies and the whole yada, yada, yada. You're also paying for it because it's on it. It's kind of like a name brand thing going on. So if you have the money, I would definitely recommend trying it out. Also, look at other videos on YouTube. Source this. I'm telling you right away, as a guitarist, I know I haven't really been talking about music that much, but as a guitarist, you definitely can feel the effects. How I've seen some of the effects with my memory is simple. It's the little things in life. I think that's how I'm going to put it. You remember a random voicing, perhaps a little better, feel more attentive, not only on the bandstand, but while driving to the bandstand, while practicing at rehearsal, while recording this video. Anything where I need to do stuff in one take or be attentive, be clear and concise, I might want to take Alpha Brain because it will give me that extra 5% boost that is arguably needed. You could also argue that you don't really need Alpha Brain and you don't need nootropics, so on and so forth. Totally right. Furthermore, you know, there's a lot of studies with nootropics that are so varied, it's hard to tell that, it's really hard to tell if you'll get like, each person won't have the same reaction is basically what I'm trying to say. One thing I will say is that the recommended dose is kind of silly. Everyone's body's different, and you're taking Alpha Brain for different reasons. The recommended dose is 2, but some days I don't take Alpha Brain at all, or I only take 1 or per task. For instance, if a music student might have a theory test in the morning, which I don't know why they do, but I know a lot of schools do theory tests in the morning, you might take one before the theory test, and then you might take one at night when you're playing the Viper Room or something, and you're like, oh, I want to make sure I do well tonight. You know, there's a cute girl in the audience, or I just want to kill it and so I get this gig again or whatever. You might want to take an Alpha Brain. You might take 2. Some people even take 3. It is recommended that you stop at 3 in a 24-hour time period. That being said, I also really enjoy the vivid dreams that it induces. I mean, they're so unique. It's such a crazy experience that you get the first time, or at least I got the first time of taking it. Another thing that I do is, since I'm a guitarist, I have a website. I also interview other bands, and I do a lot of writing to build traction on my website, as well as provide a service. I've noticed that writing while taking Alpha Brain is not crazy easier, but you do notice a difference. I feel like I can stay in my chair longer and work better without getting frustrated. My sentences seem to flow out just a little more clear. And when I say a little more, I'm saying like a fraction of a percent, you guys. But, or, up to 5%, depending on how it hits you that day. But I think that competitive edge in a competitive market that we have is worth it. Side note, it's a fucking beautiful day in California right now. And if you believe it, the sun's out, but I'm looking right at the moon right now. Try Alpha Brain. Give it a try. I think they have a deal where they'll give you like a sample pack of like 10 pills or 10 capsules or something like that. I think they have a sample pack that you can try. On it also, if you get it through On It, the official website, they have like an incredible return policy where you get your money back. You don't have to give the rest of the capsule back either. No questions asked. They just refund the money. At least that's what I've been told. And it's like the easiest thing. I have yet to return one. I just finished this bottle, I think yesterday, and the new one's inside. So, like I said, I've been taking it for, 2 months, a little more than 2 months, let's say. And I think I will continue to buy it. I think since it is so expensive, I will in the future be looking to just find the active ingredients and find a blend where I can just have the active ingredients, or at least the ones that resonate with my body the most, for the future, and not actually have to spend the money. But I think if you're new to nootropics and you're looking for a safe option to try, give Alpha Brain a shot. Now, if you're a gigging musician, you're like, fuck that, don't have the $30, still look at Alpha Brain, get the sample size, or not sample size, but the sample package. Look at the ingredient list, and perhaps, because you're already looking into nootropics, find another nootropic with a similar ingredient list that's more in your price range, or source them and get it wholesale. I hope you've enjoyed my review for musicians and artists of Alpha Brain by On It.